Today I'm doing my October wrap-up. The last book I read this month was The Raven Boys by Maggie Schaefer. It was a really good first book to the series. It was written really well. I enjoyed most of the characters. I did read it in one night. It's up till like 4 a.m. It was great. I did only give it 3.5 stars because I thought maybe it could have been done a little bit better. I don't feel like all of the characters were built perfectly for who they were supposed to be. But, I mean, it's a series, so they can grow and really become a certain person. And the second book I read this month was Throne of Glass by Sara J. Maas. I love a book with a powerful main character, especially women who, can take care of themselves. It makes me very happy. I was very intrigued by this book, and I'm very excited to read the next one. It's in my giant pile of books I bought this month. I really want to know where her adventures are going to take her in the next book. I don't want to spoil what happens in it, so read it. Third book I read this month, which is for my November book club, is The Fall by Bethany Griffin. It is a retelling of The House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. We were looking for something spooky because it's October, and though there were parts I enjoyed, I wasn't very fond of this book. I really had to just power through because I didn't even have this is my favorite character in this book. I was just get through this. The fourth book I read this month was in the spooky theme, Horns by Joe Hill. The movie's just come out. I haven't seen it yet, though I've been told that they change a lot of the characters. So why do you base it off a book if you don't want to use the characters that were already written? This book kept changing how it was written, I felt. There was parts where I was like, oh yeah, I like this, and then it was so slow that by the end of it I could have just put it down and never picked it back up, but I was powering through for book club. And lastly, I'm only going to show you the first book of the series because I lent out the fourth book. So I read the fourth book, The Crimson Crown by Cinda Chima this month. I literally couldn't wait till I was done Horns. I read it in the middle of it in one day because I just wanted to know how the book ended so badly. Because it's the fourth book of the Seven Realms series. And though I loved the books, I thought they were all really great, and I have the first book of her other 4-book series in my to-read pile. I wasn't super happy with how the book ended. I didn't get that feeling of satisfied, oh, you just finished a series kind of thing, or, when you go into that little, oh, I need to have a couple days break before I start something new. I need to mourn this book because it's over. Those were the 5 books I read this month. My to be read for November. First is Sea of Shadows by Kelly Armstrong. Then Snow Like Ashes by Sara, Raasch. I'm horrible at saying last names. First names too sometimes. And Belzhar by Meg Wolitzer. That seemed horrible. I'm only gonna get worse. Hearld of the Storm by Richard Ford. Yay, easy last name. Has a male main character, which I'm kind of excited about. I've been having a lot of girly times. And talking about really girly things. The 6th book in the Moral Instruments series, City of Heavenly Fire. I'm so excited to read this, but because it's so thick, we'll see how fast I actually devour this, because I've had it at my house for months and I haven't touched it yet. Thank you for watching my October wrap-up and November to be read. Thank you for listening, and see you again next week.